All right, good morning. It has been quite a while since I did a video. I have not been that active, even going out into the woods and stuff. I have been super busy for it's just one of those things you all of a sudden realize it's been like 2 months. So a lot's been going on in my life. Nothing bad. I've just been busy. Lots of doctor's appointments for the kids. My son had a club foot when he was born, so he had to see a specialist. So he had to see a couple of out of town. He had to go down and see a specialist for that. He doesn't have to wear the boots and the brace anymore. But he also ended up getting a stomach bug, so my family's been dealing with that for about a week and a half now. I went on vacation to upstate New York. Just busy work. Pulled quite a few long days. The storms that have been coming through are still going like that. Like yesterday, we had one that blew through, and I had a migraine headache like that. So, anyways, I did go on a hike to test out my new kit design. I didn't do any videos. Me and my daughter just went out into the woods, sat down, ate some granola bars, and came back. The whole round trip was like 2 hours, and that includes probably 20 minutes there and back for driving. So anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and do a video on an update on my current bushcraft field kit, and that is this. Now, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know that I like 18th century stuff and I like military surplus. So I made this pouch. I have videos on it. I've had this pouch now for about 3 years, maybe even 4 years. And so you know what it is. It's got you can see the stitch around here, so it's got an inside pocket. I was using this as my survival kit. Like I had a drum liner in here and stuff like that. But what I decided to do is go ahead and organize this. Now this is a leather belt, because what I used to do is I wear this and I had a haversack. But again, the straps and stuff, the heat and humidity here, I like to wear button-up shirts so they can kind of breathe. I just, on a whim, I stuck my GI Canteen on this belt kit, and I loved it. It doesn't flop around, it doesn't slide, it pretty much stays there. So I left that there, and then the space in between, this looks a little tighter than it is because these pouches slide back and forth, but my haversack would sit right in between here. I just push it around and it just nestle right there. So I could put my tomahawk in my belt and my knife and stuff. Then I got to thinking about what I like to do on just a day trip, like say a 3, 4, 5 hour hike. If I'm just scouting around, and I like to go out in the woods, poke around, find a good spot, sit down, make a cup of coffee or some oatmeal or hot chocolate, whatever for the kid, and just chill out for a while and then come back. That way I can practice my basic skills. You know, I'll try a different fire method. You know, I'll try fat wood or flint and steel. Just keep my skills up. So that lets me do that. So what I decided to do is I found this mag pouch. I cut the grenade pouches off of it, and I took the dividers out, and I made basically a food pouch. Was the intention for this, but I actually ended up making a survival kit just because I took stuff out of this pouch, which is now mostly fire and stuff, and I actually had a drum liner in here, like a space blanket, fat wood, a basic this is just a tin that I threw some extra stuff in. I have a first aid kit in the bottom of this, bug spray, so stuff that I would use on the trail. I had my drum liner in here, but I had to use it for my wife. She was doing some spring cleaning and had a bunch of wrappers and stuff, so I yanked it out. I have more in my haversack, so I just haven't done this. But as a space saver, I just stuck this big compass that I found. It's one of those compasses you can get at Walmart, but it only cost me $3, and it's got the mirror, and it's a pretty good compass for the money. I got it at a discount store. So that's just a space saver. But what I did was I had 2 of these like first aid compass pouches, Alice. So I sewed one to the canteen. I've seen this before on I forget the channel, but he's an airsoft, like almost like reenactor, but he does airsoft in like the Vietnam or I think it's the Vietnam era. So all of his gear, so he has Alice set up, and he did this, but they actually go out for like 3-day weekends and stuff. So he actually had like the stove and everything like I have in here. And what I put in this is an extra little ferro rod and old trioxane tablets for the canteen stove. And these can be lit by a ferro rod very easily. So I'm going to do a video on that, and I can actually fit 3 trioxane tabs in there. So I just keep that in there. And this is a work in progress, but I do like how it carries. Because I have no straps across my body. The only thing I had last time I went out was my Mora knife around my neck, but I can wad that up into a pocket. But I just have some basics in here. I have some tea, I have some coffee, and I have some hot chocolate. So I can go out and make a hot drink. And in this, this has basically just become a possibles bag. So in here, I have just a buckskin fire kit. This is another fire kit, but this is like my goes along with my Flint and Steel. So this is like fat wood and shredded cedar bark, stuff like that. And but I have extra space in here now, so I just have some oatmeal. So I have to reorganize this a little bit. This is just stuff I grabbed and threw in here. But I do really like how this rides. It has everything I need for a quick outing, and some extras for, you know, if I do get caught in a rainstorm or an emergency or something like that, I can hunker down. But and then I just added my K-bar. So this is the kit that I started gearing up for to do a bunch of stuff this spring, but I really didn't have a spring. It just rained and all of a sudden turned hot. I mean, it went from, we had snow up until March. We had freezing weather, and then it stormed through April, and then all of a sudden it jumped up to 90 degrees. So, in fact, the sky's darkening up right now. It's about 7 in the morning, and I think we're going to get another storm come through from the southwest. So anyways, that's just this, and this is a new little pouch I made. I had to replace the other one I had. It was starting to get really ratty inside, but this is my Flint and Steel kit for right now. So anyways, I'm going to be redoing this a bit because I like this configuration, but I still need a couple of things. So I might find another military pouch, or maybe make up another little pouch like this and kind of read it. But the gear is going to stay. I have, you know, compasses and ferro rods. Like right now, this little pouch on my GI canteen is empty. I haven't quite decided what I want to put in there, whether it's a lighter or whatever. But basically I have my bushcraft stuff and my skill stuff, my fire, some of my 18th century idea stuff, and then I have my cook set, which is and some emergency essentials, so that I can just go out and do my thing, because I like to do that. You know, just go out in the woods and relax, and that's what this is more geared for. But I can still do my other stuff. You know, I can still take my tomahawk. I don't have space for a Bahco Laplander, but I'm probably going to use this if I go hunting this year. This is kind of my scout kit that I can go and look for deer and stuff, hang out, and then leave. And then as the weather starts getting colder, you know, and I start carrying more gear for some of the more inclement weather going into winter, then I'll have, you know, I'll start carrying more stuff. But I really have to go minimalist when I go out in the heat. But I probably won't plan on doing any overnighters. Me and my friend were going to do some overnighters. That was one reason I didn't get out before the big rain started, is my friend Dave, my hunting partner from last year, wanted to do some overnighters, and then at the last minute his health turned, and then he couldn't, and then he'd start feeling better, and then so he's got his medication adjusted and stuff. He has a heart problem, so that was just kind of how that went. And then I didn't go without him. I was going to go the next day, and then we'd end up, going out of town or something. So anyways, I am hoping to get out more because things have slowed down, all the doctor's appointments and everything going into the summer. My daughter's out of school for the summer, so that frees up some stuff. If I get off work early, we have longer days, so I can get out and stuff like that. So anyways, it is about to rain, so I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully you'll see this kit in a little bit more action, and I'll go into more detail about what's in my belt kit. So anyways, I'll see you next time.